Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope you all are having an amazing day. Now, yes, the camera angle does look a little weird. I decided to kind of take it easy for this video, and I'd like to sit down. So we have the trusty old chair. I haven't sat in this thing for a video in about 6 months, I would like to say. It's been a very long time. Every video you've seen up until this point has me basically standing up. So I thought, I'd chill out for a bit, make this video as laid back as possible, and I don't feel like standing up for that long. But today, we're going to be talking about some of the best manga, some of the most gorgeous manga ever created that you need to collect. But before I start this video, according to YouTube, only 28% of you guys that watch these videos are subscribed. So if you like these videos and you'd like to see more, just be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. We are on the way to 800 subscribers, which means we are even closer to 2,000. So if you'd like to support this channel, I'd very much appreciate it. But I think there's not much of an intro. You guys pretty much know it by the title. I don't really need to explain much. I'm not going to treat you guys like idiots. Without further ado, let's just start talking about some beautiful manga. I think I'm going to get the obvious one out of the way, and that is going to be Berserk, the Deluxe Edition. Now, everything about this manga is absolutely gorgeous. Any hardcover made by Dark Horse. So, that's Berserk, the Hellsing Ultimate Collector's Edition volumes, and the Blade of the Immortal ones are fucking beautiful. They are so gorgeous. The kind of leather feel this manga has and the leather look it has, I don't know if it's actually made out of leather. It's probably not. It's probably just a kind of texture they used, but it looks amazing. The red on black just totally takes it up another level, and along with that, the paper quality is unbelievably gorgeous. It is unbelievably gorgeous. You can tell that the $65 price point in Canadian is well deserved. It's an expensive book, but you can tell they poured their heart and tears and blood into creating this beautiful physical. And when it comes to volumes 1 to 11, I think just came out, or 12, I could be wrong, they just look so beautiful. I love the kind of shiny text they chose and the nice dark deep bright red it looks and just feels so amazing to read. Now, these are kind of a bitch to read, but just looking at them, like, dude, come on. Every manga collector has to have this in their collection, and I'm one of them. I'm not totally caught up. I only have the first 3 deluxe editions, and considering they're pretty much about $70 Canadian, I don't buy these often because that is a pretty hefty price to pay for a single volume, but it is definitely worth it. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It is 110% worth it, but I just can't see myself spending that much money on one volume all the time, so I buy these once in a blue moon. Next is a manga on the lower end of quality, but one I think just looks beautiful on a shelf, and that is Dorohedoro. Now, recently, as of like the last 2 months, I did a full binge, and this is an amazing manga. Now, I know people complain about the volume size the more the series goes on. So let's say for the first half of the series, I would say, or about 10 volumes, they were about the same size. They were the nice slim reads, but as the series went on, the thicker and chunkier they got, which I guess upset a lot of people, but it really didn't upset me. I honestly kind of like it. It looks kind of radical. I think the nice level change looks pretty cool. Every volume's different to look at, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And these are just beautiful altogether. The covers and especially the spines are just a 10 out of 10. All around, this manga is just fucking gorgeous. It is so unbelievably beautiful. And if you have yet to collect this manga and are a huge fan of the anime, if you did see it, please, for the love of God, go check this out. It's a great manga, and a lot of avid manga collectors, including myself, do own this series, and it's amazing. Along with it looking beautiful, it's a really good read. And they're actually not that hard to read. And I do really enjoy the thicker covers. Like, they are thick covers. They are pretty much like VIZBIGs, but a lot thicker. For example, the 20th Century Boys VIZBIGs. Those are pretty much what I compare these to when it comes to the covers and stuff like that. Like, they even have French flaps. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they have like a French flap sort of type. But all around gorgeous. Love it so much. It's so pretty. I never regret a second of buying this manga in bulk. It's just amazing. Next, we have what I'd like to say when it comes to quality, the best manga ever printed, and that is Soul Eater. Now, these hardcovers are beautiful. Now, them not being glued in, they're actually, I believe, sewn in or something like that. The papers don't fucking snap. They're not... I think they are actually glued in. Oh, I think I'm dumb. But the way they're glued into actually doesn't hurt the manga. It won't, over time, pages won't start falling out, because I remember a long time ago hearing about that happening to some, was it Vagabond or Blade of the Immortal Omnis? Like, not the Dark Horse Blade of the Immortals, like the thicker Omnis that were falling apart. But this, like, just the weight and the size of it, it's very, very, very heavy. It's a very heavy volume, and for good reason. The paper is so good. It's like a nice laminate sheet of bright white paper, so the blacks pop so much, and the color pages are absolutely stunning. I think it is beyond beautiful, and so when I say it comes to quality, I think this is the best manga ever made. Square Enix, when it comes to hardcovers, I definitely expect Square Enix to excel in that category, and all around the black and yellow color scheme they chose for this series is top notch. When I think of Soul Eater, I definitely think of those two colors. It kind of gives Halloween-ish vibes, which is what this series screams. It definitely screams Halloween. All around, this manga is gorgeous. I love the simplistic yet extravagant covers. The characters are not just, standing there. They're not just and then staring at it. Like, they're always doing something, which makes the manga more intriguing. It exudes movement, which means it's a high action kind of manga, which it definitely is, and it's really, really, really enjoyable. I love looking at this on the shelf. I think it is beautiful. I think it is lovely. I definitely consider it the best manga ever made, quality-wise. Now, this is probably in very, very, very close second with Soul Eater, if not tied for first as the prettiest manga ever printed, and that is Fullmetal Alchemist, the Full Metal editions. I believe, along with Soul Eater, these are the prettiest manga to ever be printed, but my one gripe is that the paper just feels ever so slightly less quality than the Soul Eater paper, but even then, like, it's just like the Soul Eater volumes. The blacks, the lines, they pop out so well. The blacks are a lot deeper and brighter, and it's a lot easier to read. It's definitely a more enjoyable experience than the singles, but I do still think the singles are good. I do really want that box set. The box set is very beautiful. But yeah, nonetheless, I don't know if there's any color pages in this volume. I don't think so, which is another reason why I think Soul Eater takes a step above that. But nonetheless, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All of those that own the Full Metal editions definitely understand where I'm coming from when it comes to the beauty of these kind of released hardcovers. And I, along with Berserk, the deep red kind of metallic shiny text they chose is beautiful, and I like how for every volume that color changes, but it does still keep its shiny kind of text. All around, I just think, along with Soul Eater, this is the prettiest manga ever made. It's just gorgeous. It is beautiful. Alrighty, so the second last manga I would like to talk about is Vagabond. Now, I do consider this lower quality when it comes to paper quality and the way the manga is built, but even then, it is a beautifully well done release. Same with Dorohedoro. They have cool little French flaps, which I think is cool. Just an autobiography about the creator, I think, or just about the series in general, and I think it's lovely. I think every manga that has this kind of cover quality should definitely have French flaps, because I believe they are very necessary when it comes to the little nitpicks of a beautifully well printed manga. But other than that, I love the way these spines look. It's just black and white with a tad bit of red, but the connecting covers make the series, as you collect it, so much more enjoyable. Seeing the full portrait image come to shape, it's beautiful, and you really feel a sense of pride once you have the whole series and seeing every single character on the spine come together and connect. I think that is beautiful, which is what takes the series to another step when it comes to the physical releases. Now, I know I complained about the paper, but even then, it's a nice thick bright white paper, just like Soul Eater and Fullmetal Alchemist, so you're not gonna get disappointed by the paper quality. It's not some shitty, cheap, like brownish paper that regular Viz volumes use. It's a nice, deep white, bright white with some very nice colors, and makes the manga that much more enjoyable to read. Now, obviously, these are 3-in-1s, so as it goes on, it does get a little harder to read, but nonetheless, I can't complain too much. It's just a beautiful, beautiful release. Now, there is one more series I'd like to talk about, and I don't own it physically, and it's the first of a box set on this video, and that is going to be the Pandora Hearts Box Set. Now, this recently popped into my head because another manga tuber by the name of Blue Tempest, I think is his name, he recently just got the Pandora's Hearts Box Set, and it is unbelievably beautiful. Like, it feels like, I don't know if you guys ever played like Legend of Zelda. You open the chest and like there's just gold light shining at you. That's what it feels like every time you open one of these box sets, or what I imagine it being like opening one of those box sets. It's just, you're staring at beauty, at pure beauty. And I believe the box set is like made out of wood. Like, it's a wood carved box set, bro. What the fuck? What kind of maniac decided, let's create these en masse and sell them? Like, dude, you're taking wooden boxes and premium collectors volumes you can't get without getting the box set. And even then, those are fucking gorgeous. The simplistic yet colorful spines, I think, look absolutely phenomenal. And I think all around, when it comes to box sets, this is the greatest box set ever created, and I don't think anything will ever top it anytime soon when it comes to quality and just overall gorgeousness of a manga. Like, it feels like you're carrying a thing of treasure, like, oh, like you're a pirate back in the good old days. Yo ho ho type shit, you know what I'm saying? It seems like that kind of box set that, like, you feel like you've entered a different level of manga collecting when you own it, because it is so unbelievably beautiful. They are gorgeous. I can't believe, like, people decided to make these. I'm surprised the printing people, or the people that made the box set, went out of their way to create a wooden box. I don't know if it's actually wooden. It looks wooden. They are absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna stop complaining, but the day I do get it, because I am gonna get it, is the day I quit MangaTube. No, that's a lie. Is gonna be probably the greatest manga haul I've ever had. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's any other manga out there that you consider to be the prettiest when it comes to release and the quality of the manga, please let me know down in the comments section below. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Peace, take care, love y'all.